Maybe I can give you an example of one class that I used to teach, and this class specifically did not even have a lab component to it. And the course was an introduction to computer design. The topics of the course mainly include introduction to logic and digital circuits and how these can be used in design of digital devices. And in this course, we decided that I designed an assignment for the students where they would be given the part of the inside circuit of a digital clock, and they were asked to go through this circuit, use simulation program, because like I said, there was no hardware lab available for the course, but use a simulation program to see how these blocks are connected and how they are basically putting together the function of a counter for what counts the seconds in a clock and what counts the minutes in a clock. And they were supposed to learn from this circuit basically directly by experimenting with it. And then after they could demonstrate their understanding of how those parts of the circuit work, they were asked to now complete the design of the clock and design the rest of the clock, and which would be the counter for the hours, the display, and the display for AM or PM, day or night or afternoon. And it proved to be quite a successful experience, really. And when we asked them to comment on the differences they found among these two types of learning methods, most of them, again, more than 60%, found it interesting, and also they were looking forward to more such assignments. And those who mentioned the drawback, the main drawback was that it was more challenging for them and more time-consuming, which as an instructor of the course, I don't necessarily find these two features drawbacks, really. If they have developed a method of learning from experience, that's exactly what will happen most of the time once you start working. You don't necessarily come across problems that are exactly the same as what you learned throughout your 4 or 5 years of education. There might be new problems, and if you know how to learn from the system that's already in place, how to learn how it works, and then implement it in solving a new problem or implementing a new design, that's success right there. My 4-year-old daughter, I can see since she was born, I could see that on a day-to-day basis she was learning by experience. She was learning directly from experience. Imagine a baby, no matter how many times you pull a hot cup of coffee away from them, they will still one day touch it. And that's the only way they learn that, okay, if a cup of liquid is steaming, it's probably hot, I shouldn't touch it. Unfortunately, this type of learning directly from experience gets less and less for us, and we more go towards a conventional way of learning by sitting in a classroom and somebody talking to us and teaching us. And that's what I am hoping to balance out and bring back more components of experiential learning in my teaching.